Hello, what's up and what's happening? Welcome back for yet another Miles Dawkins 24/7 production, and today we got some more retro game of the day gameplay. This is Madden 2006. We got the Steelers, we got the Ravens, and on every Tuesday and Thursday you get your retro game of the day right here on this here channel. Now, I picked these two teams for a reason. I picked the atmosphere for a reason. Well, PlayStation 2 actually picked the atmosphere. I put it, November, whatever the date was, and, Pittsburgh, PA. And this is what we got. And I thought that was pretty cool because we don't get that on, PlayStation 4 anymore in Madden. But whatever. Let's get into the topics, man. The topics are rivalries and primetime games. Now, first we got to talk about the rivalries. Now, this is one of the biggest rivalries in all of football. Over the past, 10 years, this has been the rivalry. You know what I mean? Of course, you have Peyton. Of course, you have Tom Brady. That's right up there as well, excuse me. But at the end of the day, as far as teams go, as far as bad blood goes, it gets no bigger than Pittsburgh and Baltimore. No bigger. But this year's game, it was on prime time. Some people were like, hey, why is this on prime time? I'm tired of seeing the Ravens and stuff like that. I was like, man, if Ray Lewis was playing, you won't be saying that, right? But the point is, Ray Lewis wasn't playing. And the point is, these two teams have kind of changed their philosophy. Back when I was growing up, Ray Lewis, versus the other team's running backs. Troy Polamalu in the box, Dick LeBeau sending hella blitzes, getting after the quarterback and stuff like that. Physical, nasty football, ugly football, low scoring football, a game that will be the total opposite of Tom Brady versus Peyton. Tom Brady versus Peyton is usually a shootout. I don't want Pittsburgh and Baltimore to be a shootout. I want it to be ugly. I want it to be nasty. I want a couple of people to get hurt but be okay, but maybe have like a tweak here and there where they can't come back into the game type of thing. I don't want nobody to die out there, but you know what I mean. I expect physical, nasty football when these two teams get together. And it didn't seem that way. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, he threw 6 touchdowns again, back-to-back games that he's done that. That's an NFL record. I mean, I remember when Rashad Mendenhall came through a hole, the old running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ray Lewis met him in the hole, and Ray Lewis won. Okay? Rashad Mendenhall broke his shoulder on that play, and I'm like, dang, Ray Lewis still has it. I remember when Big Ben Roethlisberger got his nose broke in this game. Yes, his nose. These guys are wearing face masks, and he broke his nose in the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. You know what I mean? And it didn't feel that way. The Ravens, they put the ball up like 57 times. I mean, golly, what is going on with this rivalry? So I want to know, what makes a rivalry to you? Do both teams have to be good, or do both teams just have to hate each other? Do both teams, have to play a certain style? Because that game, it didn't really feel like a rivalry. Outside of Terrell Suggs' cheap shot, outside of some, barking back and forth between the two teams, it didn't seem like a rivalry. You know what I mean? I mean, it did, but it didn't. I don't know. I was expecting something different, but hey, it was still a very entertaining game. But I'm not one of those football fans that looks to be entertained. Oh, I got to see this. I has to have a long run. Or the quarterbacks have to throw the ball 50-something times for me to be entertained. Nah, for me, the best thing about football is that every game matters. You know what I mean? You have to win to kind of, keep going. In basketball, you could lose like 30, 40 games, still make the playoffs. Baseball, you could lose 60, 70 games, still make the playoffs. And I know it's totally different. They play a lot more games, but it's like, I'm not going to tune into something where I feel like the players on the field don't care. You know what I mean? So to me, that's why I love football, because you really feel like every single game matters. Because shoot, these guys lose a game, and then all of a sudden they sitting at like 3-5, and their season looks bleak. You know what I mean? But that's just my take on it. I thought that the game was a little bit weird. I didn't like seeing all that passing. I like more of a physical, nasty game when these two teams play. But hey, the rest of the league is going to a pass-happy league, so I guess Baltimore and Pittsburgh have to adapt as well. Brought a tear to my eye, though. I'm going to say, brought a tear to my eye, right? But anyways, primetime games. Now, if you look around the other sports, right? Look around the other sports, hockey, they have their rivalry game of the week on, I believe it's like, sports, NBC Sports Central, whatever it is. Hockey's, whatever, they have rivalry game of the week. I'm like, that's dope. You get two rivals, you get two teams that hate each other. That's cool. That's a cool little thing, right? You check out NBA, right? On NBA, you know who's going to be on primetime. Right? You basically know Thursday night, if the Knicks are playing, Melo will be on TNT. If the Cavs are playing Thursday night, then you know that LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love and the Cavs are going to be on TNT. Lakers, even though they're not that good, they got Kobe. Kobe can still ball. Kobe can still do his thing. So you're like, man, okay, that game's going to be on TNT. Derrick Rose, even though he can't stay healthy, if there's a hint that he might be healthy, the Bulls are going to be on TNT come Thursday night. You know what I mean? It's like it's a guarantee. So I'm thinking to myself, why wasn't Patriots Broncos on ESPN for Monday night, on NBC for Sunday Night Football? You know what I mean? It's like that should automatically be a prime time game. Automatically. It should automatically be a prime time game. Because these people want to say, oh, these guys have met 16 times. It's like, I ain't see all 16 games. You know what I mean? And I know that some of them, you know, Tom Brady was young. He wasn't established yet, the first meeting and stuff like that. I get it. But it was like, now that they've been established, it should be a prime time game every single time. Every single time. Because remember when Peyton Manning was hurt, he was out for that season because his neck was messed up. That game wasn't even a primetime game. And of course the NFL, they preset who's going to be on prime time for which week and stuff like that, so they can't really change it. I get that. But every single time that these two guys meet that and it's not in the playoffs, it should be a primetime game. I understand why it's not, though. I understand why it's not. If you think about it, the NFL is the only sports, I guess, genre or sports league that showcase every single team on primetime. Every single team has at least one primetime game. That's a good thing for the NFL. You get to showcase all your teams. Fantasy is big, so of course some teams, you know, got a lot of fantasy players, even though they're not that good. You know, so I get it. But sometimes you just gotta stop getting in your own way and put what people want to see out there. Now again, if you think about the NFL more than any other sport, we watch bad teams knowing that they're bad, knowing that most likely we're going to blow that team out, because there is parity in the NFL. And on any given Sunday, any team can win. I believe that to be true. I believe that to be true. However, you have to stop getting in your way. But again, I see where the NFL is coming from, because if you think about it, if your favorite team, let's say your favorite team is the Packers, and the Packers have a game versus the Raiders, are you not going to watch? Most likely you're still going to watch. You know what I mean? Let's say that's your favorite basketball team is the Lakers. And if the Lakers don't have Kobe, how reluctant are you to watch? You're probably not going to watch too many games if they don't have Kobe. If they are playing, or let's take the Cavs. If the Cavs have a game versus the Bucks, are you going to watch? If you're a Bucks fan, probably. If you're a Cavs fan, maybe. But if you're just a casual fan, probably not. And even if you are a Cavs fan, you're like, I'm not wasting my time. I know LeBron James can go for 30, 10, and 10. I know Kyrie Irving going to put in 20 points, have about 10 assists. I know Kevin Love going to have 10 rebounds, 15 points. You know, you just don't need to watch. And I know that we're going to win. And even if we don't win, we still can get the #1 seed. You know what I mean? Baseball. If your team is playing the worst team in the league, most likely you're not watching. But in football, we only get it 16 or 17 technically, but our team only plays 16 times throughout the year. That's a guarantee. We want to watch our team. Our team could be playing the Raiders this week. We're watching. Why? Because we love football. And that's what I think the problem is. And the NFL knows that. So that's why on Thursday night we get matchups like Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Now, in hindsight, maybe Atlanta and Tampa Bay, the next time they play is going to be a very, very close game. But for whatever it is, the Thursday night games haven't been that good. They really haven't been that good. For the most part, the primetime games haven't been that good. Primetime games have been blowouts. So I just wish that we would get better matchups for primetime. And I don't know what it is. Maybe one team prepares better than the other team. I don't know what it is. But to me, it's sad. To me, it doesn't make sense. Next year, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning has to be on primetime. It has to be. And if that game turns out to be a blowout, so be it. But that game has to be on primetime. Stop giving us Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. Stop giving us Miami versus like whoever. Like, come on now. But that's going to wrap this thing up. That's my time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoy bringing it to you. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. Hot sauce.